After a body was found inside a car at a Hollywood tow lot today. Los Angeles investigators identifying the remains as 15-year-old Celeste Rivas.
But now they're trying to figure out how she ended up dead in his Tesla.
Disturbing new details in a Hollywood murder case. Police have raided the home of R&B star David after the dismembered remains of a missing 15-year-old girl were found in the trunk of his abandoned Tesla.
So not only was this girl found dismembered in his car, they had matching tattoos. Bro, what? And just for a disclaimer, none of this as of right now is confirmed facts. Obviously the investigation is still going on. This is a very new case. Everything here is just evidence that has been circulating on the internet and TikTok. You know, I'm not an FBI agent, so I'm just a YouTuber, so you know, we're just going to be looking into this. If you guys do not know who this is an upcoming singer named David, and the accusations that he just got are disturbing, and you are not going to believe what just happened. David is a 20-year-old singer from New York. David is most known for his popular song Romantic Homicide that took over on TikTok and came out around 2022, and he has amassed around 34 million monthly listeners on Spotify, and he has a lot of well-known songs that you might have heard yourself and have not even realized it. So if you're not caught up on the situation, recently a dead body was found in a Tesla in Los Angeles, and the car was registered to the singer David. A lot of people on TikTok speculated that he was framed and, you know, he was innocent. And a lot of people were saying that it wasn't him. He's been on tour. There's no possible way he could have done this. But recently, a lot of new information just came out and it is disturbing. And I honestly don't even know what to believe anymore. I think he might be cooked. But obviously, we're going to look into the details right now and you guys let me know what you think. Also, before we get into the details, I just want to say rest in peace to this girl. Her name is Celeste. You know, nobody deserves to go through this. I really hope everything gets brought to justice. You know, everybody's gonna be praying for you, and yeah, I just want to say that first.
Yo! So if you haven't been paying attention, TMZ confirmed that this photo right here shows David near the area where the victim lived before she disappeared. And the person who posted this picture alleges that David was paying people to keep Celeste's age a secret. So in that picture, they determined that he was in Lake Elsinore, California, which is in Riverside County, 70 miles away from downtown Los Angeles. And according to Google Maps, he was standing 0.3 miles from the home where Celeste Rivas was living with her family before she disappeared in April of 2024. Meaning, if he were to walk from where he was at in this picture to her house, it would have been a 6-minute walk. They've been spotted together. The hoodie is the exact same one in this missing person's picture, bro. This is not the first time that they've been seen together. And they're also looking for surveillance videos to identify who abandoned that Tesla in the first place. It's literally a case closed. At this point, bro, they need to bring him in for investigation and find out why this happened in the first place. Do you think any of the streamers that were hanging around him knew about this situation? That's one of my questions. There's people out there who still think he's innocent, bro. There's nothing that you can say now. It's too many connections. Other than that, though, let me know your thoughts.
This slideshow on TikTok just has a bunch of different screenshots of stuff that could be, you know, linked to this situation. So, you know, we're going to look into that right now. So this one appears to be either a FaceTime or some sort of video chat between him and this girl, apparently. Okay, so, you know, there's that. This one, apparently he has a song. Apparently this dude made a song about his underage girlfriend that he supposedly killed. Okay. You know, this song is unreleased, so I don't know if it's a real song or if it's AI. I don't really listen to his music like that. But if you do look at the lyrics, he literally says the girl's name that is missing in the song. He literally says it right there. Like, it's there. So there's that too. So if this is a real song, like he really made this, then this is, what else is there to say? This one seems to be a Discord message. It's a picture of David and some girl, and this guy says, "Hey, who's the girl?" And David himself responds and says, "You are a Fed." Why else would he say "you are a Fed" if he wasn't trying to cover something up? You know what I mean? Like, obviously if there wasn't something weird about the situation, he would just mention who the girl is. You know what I'm saying? Obviously he could just be saying like, "Why are you all up in my business?" But doesn't seem to be like that here. If these messages are real, this is from 2023. All right, next one. This is apparently David and his label allegedly suing that guy for posting a picture of him and that girl in the Discord in 2023. Apparently David said, "He's finished. I know what he leaked already. What do you mean? We're literally preparing to sue him, LMAO. Lamp is about to owe $30,000. Legal team going bonkers right now." So why is he suing him for posting a picture of him and a girl? That just seems like very suspicious behavior, because like if there was nothing going on, why would he care so much about that being exposed? Some people like to keep their relationship private. There's a reason why he wanted this to be private, but you know, who knows. All right, on to the next one. Okay, so this is the girl that went missing. This is the flyer for her. She was last seen April 5th, 2024. Her age at the time was 13. As you could tell, the missing report of the location is exactly where she lived, like I said in the previous video. Okay, so apparently this is the girl that was found in the trunk of his Tesla. I'm not too sure of the relationship status at the time, but you know, this is the girl he was talking to. You know, there's a lot of speculation with it, but there is a lot of evidence tying these two together. It's not looking too good. And this is apparently another picture of him with this girl. And apparently they were dating in 2023, and you know, she was 13 at the time. So this just seems to be another nail in the coffin for him, but obviously, you know, we'll see. I'm not too sure what site this is, but this is an account from somebody. It says, this guy is a weirdo. A close friend's little sister from the IE ran away last year, and this is who she was with. We think her sister was pimping her out. She was in 7th grade at the time. LAPD sweeped his place in the hills. I'm terrified that's who's in the car. Nobody has heard from her in months. I won't release names, and she's still a minor, but she was from Lake Elsinore. And there also seems to be another picture of this missing underage girl with David, which is obviously disturbing. So these pictures do seem to be real. I don't see why they're not. If you look at everything else, it all kind of ties together. So you know, it just seems like he's way too tied with this girl for this to be a coincidence. Okay, and on to the next one. If you don't know, on Spotify you can listen to music together and add people to your listen, and right here it seems to be David, another girl, and the girl that they're saying he supposedly killed. You know, just some more evidence on top of everything, I guess. And this seems to be an Instagram post from the girl that David was talking to, and as you can see, he comments on the post and liked it, and that is his official Instagram. All this is being looked into right now, and it will be fact checked and clarified very, very soon. This is all just speculation and, you know, the evidence that's been gathered by the people. So okay, now this one is really interesting because this comes from his actual TikTok. He posted this himself. And in the previous post, he commented on that girl's Instagram saying, can I have 10 bands? In this same interaction they're having right now, she says, give me 10 bands right now. And then he sends her 9,000. You see how that lines up? You know what I'm saying? Like, and this right here is a picture from David's Instagram story. And this seems to be him with someone that appears to be that girl. You can't really see her face, but you know, it does appear to be that girl, and maybe that's why she's covering her face, because he does not want people to know about her. Never know. And he is also in Los Angeles at this time, which would lead you to believe that this might be that girl, because they would go to LA together. So, and here's another picture by David of a girl that appears to be this missing girl that was also found in his car. Yeah, nah, bro. It's not looking good. That's cooked, bro. That is so bad. This is just from another slideshow. All right, this is from another slideshow. This apparently is a picture of David and the missing girl. There's not much more you can say. It's just, you know, you could look at the picture, decide for yourself. Okay, and in this picture, apparently, David himself is with this girl and her friends, paying them off to not tell anybody about their relationship, because obviously she's underage. Which is, if this is true, it's just disturbing. Like, I feel like he's just caught in so many situations for this to be like, if this is real, there's only so much he could say to defend himself in these situations. And when we thought it could not get more disturbing, you may think this is a reach or like a little bit of a stretch, but with the circumstances of the situation we're dealing with right now, this does not seem coincidental. And, you know, I'm just going to let the video play out and, you know, you guys decide for yourself, but let's just take a look at some of the TikToks that David reposted.
I can't count on you, I should never have trusted you, what we call angry devaluation. And it alternates with, there's something inherently wrong with me, now as when I was a child. Nobody can really love me and give me what I need, and there's something wrong and bad about myself.
Here's a hard pill to swallow. When someone says you've hurt them, their pain isn't up for debate. Most of us like to think of ourselves as good people, as people who wouldn't intentionally hurt others. But intent doesn't always align with impact. As soon as someone claims we have hurt them, our first instinct is to defend ourselves, to explain, to justify. Pain, however, is subjective. What seems harmless to you might cut deep for someone else.
You know, some of these are just regular reposts, you know, either stuff about how you feel, struggles you may face, things you may relate to. You can tell a lot about a person based on what they repost, because they repost it for a reason. Nobody just looks at a video, goes, oh, I don't even care about this, and just repost it. You know what I mean? Everything that people repost ties to them in some sort of way. So for the most part, these videos are like, you know, very speculative. Considering the situation, especially this clip. Like, clip right here is just kind of crazy. It says, me if I see her talk with other dudes. And this guy is literally chopping meat into pieces. Like I said, you can't jump to any conclusions. And, you know, I'm not saying everybody's the same, but they're similar. So, you know, take that with a grain of salt. But, and right here is a news clip about more information about this. Apparently, this girl was left dismembered in a Tesla that is registered to the singer David. And with all these connections and ties that seem to be had between him and this girl, you know, what else is there to say? You know, there's only so many conclusions we can come to. But let's get into this clip.
Not to be too graphic, but it's important for the investigation and obviously for the autopsy as well. She was not found in her complete, her complete body wasn't found. These were parts. And if I'm not mistaken, was it a head and a torso and that's it?
Yeah, there was also, there were, I don't, this, you're right, this is just very grisly to say, but I don't know if they had all the limbs. They certainly had some of them, because the police did say that she had this tattoo, which is very interesting, something we found out, but she had a tattoo on her right index finger that said the letters SHHH ... And that was on her right index finger. We had actually spoken to Celeste's mother last week. And at that point, the police had said that the tattoo was there, but the mom told us more information, which the police had not released, which was that the tattoo was in red ink.
You at TMZ were able to zero in on his fingers, I think, in one of the photographs and see that he's got the same one.
Yes, he had the same one, at least as of last September. So we went back last summer looking for this tattoo, and from April, photos that we found of him performing, from April up till August 1st, all the photos did not show that tattoo. And then in September of 2024, then we found a photo where he did have, and we've seen others since then, where he has this tattoo on his finger.
So not only was this girl found dismembered in his car, they had matching tattoos. Bro, what? And what's even crazier about this situation is it's not even just about the tattoo. It's about what it says. They both had a matching tattoo that says shh. Besides the incident that happened, if you just look at the circumstances of their quote-unquote relationship, one, he should not be doing that. He shouldn't be talking to this girl in general. So the fact that they have matching tattoos that say shh just make it look even more suspicious. It's really hard to believe that he did not have anything or any involvement in this case, especially when this girl was found in his car and they have matching tattoos and there's plenty of pictures of them seen together. I don't know. You guys let me know what you think about that. So, you know, this is everything we know as of right now about this case. You know, there's going to be more coming out. This is under investigation, so we'll see how this unfolds. And just a disclaimer, everything in this video is speculation. None of this is proven facts. All of this is just found on the internet by people doing research, all this and that. As of right now, David has not been accused or found guilty of doing these acts. So, you know, we all have our own opinions on, you know, if he's guilty or not, or whether or not we think this is real or fake. You know, I guess we'll just have to wait and see. But, you know, everything's going to unfold. And if you guys want a part 2 or an update on this video, you guys let me know. Thank you guys for watching the video. I appreciate it. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. And yeah.